Sir Axelrod, consider yourself grounded.
Sir Axelrod, wake up. It's time for you to go to school. No way, Finn. I am not going to stupid freaking school today. Well, that's just too bad, Sir Axelrod, because you are going to school today whether you like it or not, because attending school is a law. Not only that, but also, I am very tired of having to have this conversation with you every single day. Well, Finn, maybe we wouldn't be having this discussion so many times if you could just wake up and realize that school is a waste of time. Further, somewhere I would like to go today is Wendy's, because I've had a very intense craving for it lately. Well, I'll tell you what, Sir Axelrod, if you behave yourself for the rest of this week, maybe we can go to Wendy's on Saturday as a weekend treat. How does that sound? Fine. You win, Finn. Good. Now please get out of bed and start getting ready for school, because I will not ask you again. Alright, whatever you say. When Sir Axelrod arrived at school... Good morning, everybody. Today, we are going to be starting with math as per usual. So with that being said, our first warm-up question of today is, what is 15 times 4? Let's see... Mac. 15 times 4. That would be 60. Nice job, Mac. That is the correct answer. So with that being said, our next question is, what is 9 times 8? Let's see. Kevin. 9 times 8. That would be 72. Great work, Kevin. That is also correct. 1 hour later... Alright, everyone. It is now time for our history lesson of today. So with that being said, today we are going to be talking about...
Blah 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 blah
This is just
blah 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 blah
more useless rubbish that I'm never going to use in real life. I really need Wendy right now, and I am not waiting for 5 more hours to get Wendy. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ditch school. Right thinking, babe. So with that being said, first things first, I gotta ask Mr. Ingas if I can use the washroom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak out of the school, and then I'm going to go to Wendy's. This is perfect. Hey, Sir Axelrod, what are you plotting over there? Speedy, I'm not plotting anything. And if you don't leave me alone, you're getting beat up, okay? Okay, jeez, chill out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's do this. Excuse me, Mr. Ingas.
What is it, Sir Axelrod? So, can I please use the washroom? Yes, you may. However, don't take too long though, because we're about to go over some stuff that's going to be on our test on Friday. Alright, sounds good. I will try to be back in about 5 minutes or less. Okay, sounds great, Sir Axelrod. You may go now. Alright, thank you so much, Mr. Ingas. You're welcome. Okay, this is perfect. Now that I have successfully escaped the school, it is now time to go to Wendy's. Now let's get moving. A few minutes later... Hi, welcome to Wendy's. What can I get for you? Hello, can I please have a Big Bacon Classic Burger, along with some Baconator fries and a large chocolate frosty? Sure you can. That's gonna be $13.57. Alright, sounds great. Man, this is some good stuff. And honestly, after this, I don't even think I'm going to go back to school. Instead, I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's. Ha 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 ha. Meanwhile, back at school... Principal Gearson, I need to talk with you about something very important. Of course, Mr. Ingas. What do you need? Okay, so about an hour ago, Sir Axelrod asked me if he could use the washroom. However, he has not come back since. Oh, really? Well, in that case, he must have ditched school. Oh, really? And why do you say that? Well, that's because this sounds like an incident we had a while ago where Chick Hicks ditched school and went to Pizza Hut, and then a couple months later, Jackson Storm did the same, only he went to Dave & Buster's. I see. However, how do those incidents pertain to what I'm talking about here? Well, Mr. Ingas, let me tell you how. So basically, when Chick and Jackson ditched school, their teachers, who are Mr. Throttleman and Mr. Candyman respectively, both told me something along the lines of Chick and Jackson supposedly being in the bathroom for 45 minutes. Well, that definitely makes sense. Thank you. So with that being said, why don't you come have a seat next to me, and then we can look at the security footage for the main door. Alright, sounds great. I will do that now. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm just going to rewind this a little bit. Aha, here we go. Okay, this is perfect. Now that I have successfully escaped the school, it is now time to go to Wendy's. Now let's get moving. You were right, Principal Gearson. Sir Axelrod did ditch school. And that is absolutely atrocious. That's exactly right, Mr. Ingas. So with that being said, we're calling Finn McMissile about this right now, because this kind of behavior is never okay here at Nigel News Academy. I agree, Principal Gearson, and I cannot believe that Sir Axelrod would do such a thing. Actually, no, I can. Sir Axelrod is one of the biggest troublemakers on the entire planet. That's exactly right, Mr. Ingas. So with that being said, I'm getting Finn on the phone right now. Alright, I'm going to watch The Simpsons for a little bit. Huh, I wonder who's calling me. Greetings, you have reached Finn McMissile. How may I help you? Hello, Finn. This is Principal Gearson. I'm calling you because me and Mr. Ingas just found out that Sir Axelrod ditched school and went to Wendy's. Sir Axelrod did what? That's right, he sure did. And if you like, you can come over here real quick and I can show you the security footage of him leaving the school. Don't worry, Principal Gearson. You won't need to do that because I totally believe you. Alright, sounds good, Finn. And as for you, Mr. Ingas, is there anything you want to add? Sure, Principal Gearson. May I see the phone, please? Yes, you can. Hello, Finn. This is Mr. Ingas here. I just figured that it would be helpful for you to know that about an hour ago, Sir Axelrod was able to ditch school by lying to me that he needed to use the bathroom and then not coming back. I appreciate you letting me know, Mr. Ingas. So with that being said, I will be heading over to Wendy's right away to get Sir Axelrod, and once I do that, I will be bringing him back to school immediately. How does that sound? That sounds perfect, Finn. We look forward to meeting with you. Well, in that case, I will see you soon. Goodbye. A few minutes later... Alright, I'm going to start heading over to Dave & Buster's right now. Not so fast, Sir Axelrod. Oh. Hey, Finn. What are you doing here? Well, Sir Axelrod, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but I just received a phone call from Principal Gearson and Mr. Ingas, and they informed me that you decided to skip school and come here. What? That's not true, Finn. I would never do that. Oh, come on, Sir Axelrod, don't you play these games with me. You are literally at Wendy's at 10 o'clock AM on a Wednesday when you are supposed to be at school. Alright, Finn. It's true. You caught me. Man, I'm so cooked. That's right you are, Sir Axelrod. Skipping school in this manner is very serious, and you are in a lot of trouble right now. So with that being said, we are going back to school right this instant. Come on, let's go. Right now. Never, you washed up old spy. Well, in that case, Sir Axelrod, if you don't come back to school with me right now, I will sell all of your video games on eBay. Now come on, let's get going right this instant. Oh, what a load of rubbish. When Miles and Finn arrived back at school... Sir Miles Axlerod, we seriously cannot believe that you would ditch school today and go to Wendy's. Why on earth would you do that? 2 reasons, Principal Gearson. First and foremost is the fact that school is a waste of time. Secondly, I have had a very intense craving for Wendy's lately. That is no excuse, Sir Axelrod, because your actions today were very disrespectful against our school. I literally do not care. You should care, Sir Axelrod, because now you have earned yourself 1 week of in-school suspension, followed by a Saturday school this weekend. Wait, no. Please, I'm sorry, okay? I won't ever do it again. You know what, Sir Axelrod? I don't think you're actually sorry. Yeah, Sir Axelrod, you're sorry because you got caught. I agree with Finn and Principal Gearson. Yup. So with that being said, Sir Axelrod, let's go home right now. When Finn and Miles got home... Sir Miles Axelrod, I still cannot believe that you would ditch school today and go to Wendy's. You should know very well that skipping school is very serious, as it is disrespectful against your school. Not only that, but also, it is a reflection on me as your legal guardian. But Finn, no buts, Sir Axelrod, because what you did today was completely unacceptable. Another thing I forgot to mention from earlier is that this is just like the time when you ditched school and went to Burger King in one of Portland Chislet's videos. That does it, Sir Axelrod. You are grounded for 2 weeks. And during that time, you will not play any video games or go out with your friends. Go to your room right now and think about what you did. Whatever. You are such rubbish, Finn McMissile. And do not use that disrespectful language towards me either.